getting those
Okay,
50-50
we got...
on
Who
the
starts on what
extremities.
side? I didn't look.
It's the anchoring that's been the roughest part for his gameplay.
I want to see if NRG have actually got their B hits down. We got Furia on defense, we got NRG on attack. And, oh yeah, they're showing off here. They're showing off. Pistol round, they actually go for the B. Oh, they got a different B.
Havoc. He's already low.
Oh.
He's going to have to use his nade to delay a little bit. That stun is very nicely timed, but he somehow drops.
A great response out from Finesse with the frenzy.
Oh, he gets to this pause as well. He's absolutely owned it.
Really slowing this down a little bit. Finesse is in a good spot. Oh, crosshair down. Heat now dead.
Really nice.
Gets 3. The pistol for NRG.
Another great start. Finesse getting 3 to the round.
Okay, something that they didn't do last
back.
game was split B. And they actually had a different split B.
Obviously, this is not the
At
only
least
thing they have to do to win, because for Furia,
they're talking about how they
there are a
don't
lot
have
of things that it seems like
At least
they need to
I didn't see where the
address and are
second
gonna try
salvo
to
went,
address
but normally
on
people
this
do a
map. But
double
I'm
heaven.
just so glad they're running this breach Tejo. Brother, if you're not running breach Tejo in this day and age, you're behind.
Yeah, or
Like,
double
you're wrong.
duelist. Or double duelist, right? Which is why I'm actually so surprised why Furia hasn't really dabbled with the double duelist.
Sure.
I mean, it's full energy.
Yeah, massive emotion out from Mike's there too.
Yeah, definitely. That's as good as it gets with him, huh?
Okay, they're allowed 2 deaths.
That defense is.
Havoc's the only person to buy in defense.
Really abusable.
And they have a
from the side of NRG
4-person
last time around was
contact
Finesse being stuck
into
on an
stun,
island, alone
into
on an
salvos
extremity.
behind,
Yeah,
into
seemed like he was just getting
triple
ran down
kind
by
of 4-person
Cloud9.
swing.
I think Sean mentioned it on the desk, right?
Yeah,
If they're going to
exactly.
go with these proactive crunches and try to deny some of that space. And that does not look like that'll be the case this time around. Mata satcheling back. But a kill found, and they realize, all right, there's a lot here. Try to rotate back towards A.
Yeah, Finesse here. He's just going to take
Pistols,
his time.
3-2.
All this utility from the side of NRG. This is definitely a free A side. Spike
3
is
in a
still
row
a little
so
bit
far.
ways back, but
Oops. Not the ideal gun for that one.
well, there's a little bit of the game planning going on. I mean,
Was the jump part of the game plan?
maybe not from the side of Furia, but trying to take that 1v1 is definitely something that they should be looking for against the way that NRG plays this attacking side. Something that was abused a lot. Something else that was abused a lot was NRG's post plants on this map. This time around, they're deciding to play more of a main style, which is a lot more consistent, I would say. They were doing some wacky stuff with getting the spike down from drop, using the utility, but Cloud9 kept getting the spike halved, and it just wasn't going their way. So just playing way more standard this time around. I think this is just going back to the basics of what made NRG such a strong fracture team from the dawn of time.
And honestly, all the kills were relatively split
You
up.
have the missiles, you have the brim molly.
That was kind of a nice way to get a kill there. Alva's deep and then the nade closer.
To secure rounds. And you saw they didn't really
There
have
is
the
a
best
world
in
where
there, but
Rafa
they had
gets
them all
his ult
already.
before everyone else.
Now let's see if Furia can cook something up on the
Kinda in
first
the
gun
lead
round.
apart
Let's
from
see if
FNS
they
obviously, but
have
not the best
gall
ult.
to try to take the fight, try to find out where Finesse is holding from. Sometimes people can be a little bit timid on the rounds where it's your first gun round.
Right.
They have bonus rifles.
You don't want to screw it up.
You don't want to mess it up. This time, all 5 members grouped up on the bottom side of the map for NRG. They want complete and utter map control. Bit of a util exchange here. All 5 members here.
Rafa still has a stun. Where's the stun? There it is.
Ooh, Mata dodged.
Mata dodged it, I believe. Still in a position to fight. Punishes Rafa. Now numbers for NRG. And they're still spread pretty far apart. The nice thing for the attack side too is you can cut noise. You have over a minute left in the round.
Yeah, if I'm NRG right now, I'm waiting for that stun to come back up. I'm waiting for Brock's Tejo missiles to come back up.
Really nice.
To try swing you.
And I'm waiting
6-0, give him the spike, get the plant. You want to get the ult first?
It was a sick idea from NRG though. Because of their previous series of Finesse being alone so much at the start of the halves, that one cage there, Furia thinks it's just him. But there was all 5 members right behind walking into that cage of Finesse's.
I also think they benefited greatly from the fact that
That's an incredible start for NRG.
So he was able to fight through that.
Furia have to eco and then buy round. They got to go up against the Razor.
It just didn't convert.
Or maybe NRG use it into next round. We'll see.
Now you have a showstopper to work with as well.
So early on in the game, the
feeling
It's
much
just
like Pro,
better
just
to
feels like NRG has
save
the one up.
the
They just
money
have the read
for everyone here and not hunt that
how
much.
Furia like to play their defensive sides. Furia, last time they played, yeah, they didn't run the Tejo. They still were abysmal on the defensive side. I think only winning 2 rounds against EG.
Madder? No, Madder's really good.
It's something that
Really,
they've been
really good.
struggling with on almost every map. I mean, we saw them on Lotus have a pretty decent defense. It's
What this is
What is going on
bonding?
here?
Is that what's going on?
I mean, you know, it's scary when a team like NRG is having fun with it, because now the pressure is completely off, and they're just gonna start doing some ridiculous things in terms of their mechanics.
Like running in circles.
You're gonna watch some crazy one taps. I promise. I mean, what is that? Oh, he gets a little bit of a jump ahead on that. That was really clean from Mata.
Again, his positioning, understanding the sun was coming, plays out ahead of it.
Great movement. And I feel like if I'm Furia, I might hit the panic button very early on here. I might want to do a timeout even after this round.
Okay.
Make sure I win the next gun round. You have to.
Yeah, I thought they were going to save this for the next big buy round, but oops.
Rocket goes through, doesn't connect. A lot of Furias here, though. They've got
All the smokes are
Stingers,
down
it's
here as
messy,
well.
Vandal in the hands of Heat.
And
Mata
Rafa
doesn't
has
care.
absolutely sent it.
Kill traded back, though.
Tell you what, though, for
And
Furia,
they
this
draw
isn't
all
too
of
bad.
these rotations. They draw
You got
all of
hand
that
delivered a
utility out
gun.
from the defense, and then they just get out.
And
The problem here, though, is that while all that was happening, Finesse was with the
They
pack.
managed to
so he
get
didn't
how many
really
smokes
take
out of him?
space
All
from
the
main
smokes.
during the same time or arcade. So
this is
kind
really
of
nice as well.
slows the round down further, which is in the past worked
He gets
for
a
NRG
lot
in
of...
this series.
thing is, does Heat want to take this?
Right now, only a
Like,
solo
Heat might
Tejo
just
at B.
not break this. You don't
This
really
trip
want to give
gets
them the
broken
info.
At top side, there's going to be a speed up for sure.
Silence introduces
I'm
doubt.
surprised with
If you're
clearing
Furia,
all
you're
of this that
starved
they
for
stay
information here. Oh.
so heavy.
Mm.
Okay, he then breaks the trip.
I don't like this.
One man and a
This-
dream.
He breaks the
This
trip but then
smells
doesn't
funny.
keep pushing.
One man and a dream.
What
Wait,
is
here's some...
What is he gonna do?
Oh my goodness!
I'm
no
sure
way!
that he gets knocked
Oh,
right.
no,
That's
dude.
exactly how I saw that going. Right. And so now NRG in a position to secure this round again. You look at what's behind the bite for Fury. You've got a couple of Vandals and a Stinger. And most
Destroyed.
of them are already dealt with.
Yeah, just destroyed. There was a follow-up stun as well from Ethan. This is just easy pick'ems right now. Heat, it's all about confidence kills. He's got to get something going for himself. He's been quiet since the first map. And gets traded out so quickly.
lovely,
That just feels bad right now.
Lovely jump across
But
them.
honestly, for as much as we can
Still
talk
really
about
good
Fury and
money
some
for
of their
NRG.
struggles that we saw
The
in
only
Pro,
good thing
some
for
of the
Furia
struggles
really
in
is that they
Fracture,
use the Razor
even
and they don't have it into this
minor
round.
thing that we saw there on the quick timing on the trade
Yes.
on that last kill felt like that was missing on Lotus.
Yes.
Right? We didn't see a ton of that.
Oof,
A ton
one
of that
bullet
very
hit out
quick,
here.
like, cover and got you in trading in situations like that. And so even little things like that bode well for NRG.
Yeah, they weren't synced up at all on Lotus. At Pearl, they really got it together, playing as a team. When you play as a team,
Here
you
we
can
go.
shine.
Here it
Duelist
is.
sitting at the top once again.
classic.
7-1.
What we
Mata.
called him out for not having last time. Molly,
Such an important
over
factor of
towards
being enabled
heaven.
on this roster. When
Damage
he's
over
feeling
towards
it, it
here.
feels like
Means
he
that
can
everyone
do
on
no
site
wrong.
has to leave the site. You get a free site. All of the damage
This
they
is
use
just
pretty much
another
just
free site,
free
just fully
charges.
from NRG. It's
And
been
the only
such
thing
a
that
fast
maybe
pace, I feel like.
they do that I don't
picking the
think
right
you need to do is
timings
they
of
put the
when
breach
to
damage
speed
in,
up,
and
when to
most people
slow
save it
down.
for the after
They're
plant.
getting proactive
Wait, are they
here
gonna
in the
tap
smoke.
spike?
They
Wait
wanna
for
fight
you to
strong.
spike.
This is
Wait,
danger.
yeah, tap spike and then
Not
send
able
it
to settle
through.
onto
That's
the
kind of
second
cool.
kill. You mentioned how important he is to the success of Fury.
And that kind of explains them
Feels
using
like
an
it's
extra bit of
almost,
util.
but not yet. Ethan not able to land on the last. His prize gets away.
Nice, they did
by
a
the
good
skin
amount of
his
work
teeth.
on this. This was cool though. They again I didn't see where the
Look
breach
from
damage
NRG
went, but
getting proactive
once they
in the
realize they
post
clear
fight, it's
sight and they
something
know
that
the smokes are
you
gonna
don't
go
really think
down,
of
they
when you
tap
think of
the
NRG. You
spike
think
and then
of them to
push
play,
through.
You know, the percentage play. Okay, we're gonna play back. We're gonna do
Yeah, maybe they
crossfires,
did
we're
it
gonna
here
use
as well.
utility. This time, doing
I'm
a whole new
glad to see
look,
that
taking the fight to
NRG
Furia,
now have that
putting
though.
Furia on the back foot.
Definitely
on the
spent a
retake.
day on this map after last week.
NRG have done a really good job of prepping on these last 2 maps.
And this is, I mean, this side in particular is what was talked about as a weak point or a
Yep.
potential weak point for them.
They've done a good job of not getting caught off guard by some of the stuff that Furia is doing. I mean, that really was the blueprint that Cloud9 made, was complete disruption against NRG, not allowing them to breathe. You know, we saw a lot of fast floods from the side of C9. Furia just don't really have that in the arsenal. Still trying to find out who they want to be.
Furia or Lotus Merchants.
Their identity in this league.
I mean, this is a bit of a snowball at the moment.
That first map win, I mean, it
does look a little bit like it with their map pick.
But you need a series win, Doug.
I think at this point they'll take a round before going that far.
Get one retake in.
They had
Yeah, let's start there.
I mean, yeah, I think no matter what Desp, I think it was going to work well.
Walk before you can run.
Like they were either going to try and hit him with util, or they're going to be spamming.
On the side of NRG,
And then you kind of catch him midway
just a
through.
lot going really right for them.
Especially when
They're
you have
playing
like
things
this.
perfectly. And
Like
this is,
normally,
again, where
this
we
is like
thought that
3
NRG
people
might
that
be
could
at
have their
their weakest.
util
And
out.
they're starting to
Honestly, this is like
looks
4
you
people that
mentioned,
could have their
playing a little
util
bit
out.
aggro towards
When you
J
hit
and
over
post
towards
lane,
B and
trying
the
to
smokes
scale
here,
up and disrupt.
like
Exactly what Cloud9
once you
were
hit
doing
the
to them.
bomb, you can be nading
They
either
have
of
full
these, you can be
control here.
salvering
If
either
they
of
wanna
these, you
be a
can be
contender
breach
for
damaging here.
Toronto, you know, the hometown
Like,
of
actually makes a
Mata
lot
and
of sense
Finesse.
to tap the spike and
They
go
had
through.
to do it here. It's like you
Especially if
said,
you haven't
it
seen
doesn't
much
matter
util.
how you get the win. You just need to get that under the belt.
Nicely done from
And
Mata.
Mata's dodging all
Bit of a
this
change up
set
from
utility
Furia.
already.
They go for the
Inside of Furia,
4-1.
but it was all
Bit of a switch.
Because there's actually 3 members in Arcade waiting for Finesse. That's Aura.
Oh, I remember we saw this. What was that? Round 2, where they had 4 posted up behind box, and then they pounced, and Mata just, I mean, destroyed them. Might have a bit of the same here. Finesse getting a lot of info. Now the question is, yeah, do they try
He's
to
out
hunt
of
him
there
down?
though.
Yeah, they want
He's
to,
out of
for
there and
sure,
got the
but that's a
info,
free
and while he
ace
was
right
getting
now.
out of there and
Great
saw the numbers,
rotation.
makes a call.
NRG studying their mistakes, studying how they were punished.
Insta
coming up with the
drone,
correct
3
protocols.
smokes in.
This becomes the timing
And
conversation now.
They should know
Because
that
off of
the
trip being cleared,
Cypher
you know
is
they're
here.
gonna start to rotate over.
Oh boy.
NRG are gonna have to play this a little bit more pacily. They've
Breach
already gotten
damage
out
on
onto the
site. He had to
As
dodge
Heat
it,
have
and then
joined
they
the
had
fray. They're
the
disposed
pulse
of
up
and
top.
sent into the next round.
That was nice though.
This time around, no hesitation from NRG. Like I said, those protocols coming out in full effect. Finesse taking that rope, grouping up with his team. They take all of Sands. They don't care if somebody's on site. There's so much utility for them to clear out these close cubbies. And Heat, again, getting overwhelmed. Getting sprayed down by Mata. I mean, he's not been able to get any value off of these trips in the last 2 maps.
All missiles away.
Isn't FNS's
Fury are
positioning
trying
quite
to play
predictable?
that
Talk
disruptive
about the
style and
4-1
trying
where
to
he's
catch
here.
out
It's,
Finesse.
I mean, honestly, it's just super common from every
But the
team.
timing is just not
The
quite
majority of
there.
the
They're
time,
not
you're
picking the
just
right
so fun.
spots.
Like, it might get punished at one point, but
They're
you
leaving.
probably will see him change up to this position.
Cypher alone.
And then
He's
when
the weak
he
side.
pushes dish,
They need to start stacking
like the good thing
heavier
about this
on
is
Heat.
like because of
Allow them to get a
the
little
say
bit
these are the
more
ropes
active.
here, because there's like this pillar in the way. I don't even know what it is. If
It's
you push
just too
dish
readable
heavy
right now
and
for
you
the
take
side
the
of
rope,
Furia.
you actually can't get the angle on him.
Brother, NRG have won
But
as
yeah,
many
he does play
rounds
here a
as
lot.
Furia have
I agree with
kills.
you. But I think he'll probably change it up one
Damn.
round and play here also.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
tough.
Like the only way,
that is tough.
the only
but
way that he
maybe Furia
he's
can,
gonna get
say
caught
something about that
is if he
here
plays
with the
here and they
Brimstone
push.
ultimate and the Teo ultimate online.
dish.
Sometimes when the hands aren't working,
And
the
then he has
utility can do the
cages,
job. Sure.
so if they push
When
that
did
in
you
way,
become
he's
the
pro
good
core
cop?
beats his fight, try to get a kill.
I mean,
What's your...
it may have been full copium because Mata is
Ooh,
not
Mata did
slowing
great.
down.
Dude,
It's
this is a buy round for
massacre,
Fury.
Doug.
God, it's crazy how much better on Lotus they are than
You
any
think
other
this
map.
is what Sam meant when he was talking about Sin City on map 1? You just knew.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like, oh, this is the Sentinel's waiting room.
Damn.
I mean, NRG.
So is
are
that
just-
buy
They're
round?
speed
Yeah.
running their way to victory.
That's so wrecked.
Spike planted.
I mean, Furia tried that arcade setup again. It didn't even matter this time, though. Mata is just him.
We touched on it earlier. He's currently sitting at 10-3
Yeah.
on the map, and I'm not going to pretend to try to do math on the broadcast. That's a cardinal sin that if any of you ever get into casting,
Hunting?
you know not to
Oh, they
do.
can for sure
Prior
hunt.
to this
I'm
series,
fine
that
with
you
all of
mentioned,
them
plus
hunting, to be honest.
46
Maybe one
across
stay with the
4
spike.
series that he's played for NRG. Unfortunately, NRG
I don't really care about the Cypher ult. I'd be in
while he's
for
plus 46, which is
Ethan for
a
sure
little wild to
hunting.
think of, but the addition of the firepower
Problem is his
that
HP is
Mata
low.
has been to this roster cannot be overstated. He has been stunning and spectacular for them.
Last week, didn't you say that NRG got exposed on Fracture?
Like
yeah.
An aggressive duelist that
Wait,
isn't afraid to give his
you're
life
telling me
for
you
the
think they're
team.
going to be
The only
awful
difference is
after a
Mata can
week
get the
of
kills
getting
and still stay
exposed on a
alive,
map?
right?
Like, that's what they need. It's a whole week, man.
So now, here we see the flurry of trades here. I mean, everyone just blind from the side of Furia. I don't really know what the goal was here. I mean, they wanted to do some type of arcade fight, but it's just not there. The utility, the follow-up wasn't there at all. And I just feel like this is going to be a round where Furia just decide to use all their ultimates down a couple players, like they did on Pearl. Because NRG have gotten the first blood, I feel like every single round.
Furia have a good Lotus? No,
Yeah.
they have a good Lotus.
I don't
They for sure have a
remember
good
them playing
Lotus.
from a disadvantage much.
Oh man,
So
this
much
is hard
noise
for
being made
Furia.
from Mata.
They got to go up against the Razor. The next
you have
buy
to be
round for them
worried
should be
about that
awesome though.
tower.
Like they get rounds, or they get round maybe singular.
Just completely flustered right now.
They
Furia
could
have no
they could
idea
also win this
where
one.
NRG are. They're so worried about everything. I mean, we have a stun trap play here at Dish. Some info will be gathered here from the side of Furia. Maybe they can get a read now that this might be a B hit coming through, but you cannot play in tower against that ultimate,
Wow.
Doug.
No.
Sit down.
The drone doesn't even fully clear the northern side of the map. Ult now popped. Mata now through. It's not going to connect. Not going to
my
find
goodness.
a kill, but the rifle
A little
will.
bit solo. I
Just
don't
trying to
really
make
know
something out
what
of nothing
Khalil
with
thinks he
Khalil.
can do there, other
The
than get
post
one.
plant now, you don't really have to overcook it if you're NRG.
No. And honestly, even if you do decide that you want to turn the heat up a little bit, you've got so much money.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Just
Baby
a
Bay feels so
flawless
biased.
round
Nah,
from
he's just
NRG.
calling Furia out
And
on these two maps.
Furia,
Because they do look rough.
just question marks across the board right now on all their faces.
Yeah.
Now NRG have more rounds than kills on the side of Furia.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And
It's just,
He is
brother,
definitely
like, what do
piling
you
it
do
on
there?
though.
you don't.
I'll give you that.
Maybe just hands off the wheel. I mean, just let it happen.
Have more rounds than kills.
I mean, he's not wrong
Yeah,
though.
I mean, that's a,
He's not wrong, but I feel like a lot of that has to do with how well NRG are playing. Kind of forcing Furia to just do crazy things in order to win a round. I mean, it just feels hopeless right now if you're on Furia.
yes.
It just feels like you've tried your trap plays, you've tried aggression, and you've had some success on taking out Finesse. But I mean, you need...
He's 8-3.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
reaching.
Well, that's
You're
what I
hard
said.
reaching.
That's the only success they found, though, is they
Sure.
picked him with a classic, remember?
I mean, Ethan hasn't died yet. Brock hasn't died yet. Yeah.
If you're Fury right now, you need to just play a 4-1 on one of the sides. Maybe just make it obvious that you're holding A. Play with your ults on a retake, man.
Yeah.
Like, just use your ults to chain around together.
They have all 5.
You have so many ults and nothing to stop you.
Yeah,
the only
let's
thing that's
see.
stopping you is getting first blooded.
Well, and all of NRG, and Mata, who's 12-3, and Ethan, who hasn't died, and the Breach
Also,
Dead utility.
to the guy that was asking the question about like the 4-1, like when we did the 4-1 and punishing FNS, like look how many times they stack like 4 people here, or like 5 people here or something. Like even if you do try push him, there's a world where you just meet 4 people
After the timeout, NRG
that have good
wisely
reactive util. Like
just
it's not like
hold. I mean, they're not trying
they
to
mix it up good enough.
let Furia win a single round.
Do like this from Furia though, push straight away with the drone. They
Aggression
broke a
towards
trip
aiming,
and they
break
broke a
the
camera.
cameras, give some good info to NRG.
And
Also
though I will say that
proactively,
there is a
Furia
bit
has
of
some map
pressure
control.
from under.
NRG need
They,
to take
they
some
still
of that
don't
back.
know about like this.
You got a trip here and a cam, courtesy of Heat.
I mean, the thing is Finesse is going to be the first one to show. He's going to be breaking the cam, and now Furia might think that it's a
Right.
4-1.
Yeah, it's just
Maybe
alert.
leaning towards Dish. I mean, look at the breach on the minimap right now. Even the Rays, they're going back to A.
Oh
They
my
think
goodness.
that it's a 4-1 the opposite way, but it's actually a B hit.
They took the bait.
Oh my goodness, that one little micro play from Finesse gives you a free B site, and he... just wait, bro. Just wait, please.
This is where the ults should come.
Yeah, they
into the
shouldn't really be able to
conversation. You would
plant. They should be able
expect
to
on the side of
combo
Furia.
this.
30 seconds. You have so much delay on the spike.
You can choose to delay or you can choose to
30
invest them
seconds left.
on the retake.
Okay.
It seems like you're going to try to flood out. Khalil, 2 massive kills,
Wow,
make that
Khalil.
3.
Player standing.
Okay.
I tell you what,
Surely they don't
Furia
lose this round.
did great. They only used one ult as well.
They're on the board.
Like they
you're
didn't
telling
panic
me-
too much. They're still.
No, I'm
I know
not.
this is gonna sound
That you
mad, but
can
they're
play
still in a
retake and win
position
a round
to
up?
get 4
Yeah.
here
Is that
and
what you're
actually be able
telling
to
me?
win this. Like they really
Listen,
are.
it's never too late to learn.
Whoa.
And some nice flicks. And you know
That
what?
second
NRG
kill
were
is
aware, though,
beautiful.
that, NRG were aware though that Furia were playing for those ultimates, so that's why you see this peek into spawn. Yeah, he knew those were nice shots. But NRG were reading into that though. They tried. And honestly, Furia winning that round with only 1 Teo ultimate allows them to do that again.
I just feel bad for Mixwell having to delete the tweet. You know it was at the right. Rolling Thunder through. Furia having to take
Okay,
a
double
step
kill
back.
trip on the
Remember,
site.
they
One of
have
them
a
gets broken by the
they have a lot
salvos.
more ultimates in their arsenal. But Finesse is dipping Havoc.
Imagine FNS wins this.
Crazy
Look
work.
at this HP.
Rafa.
Oh.
Turning the flash, getting the
Actually
kill
pretty
on
close.
Finesse. Mata now joining the conversation.
And no
Guys, use your
ults were
ults.
used from the side of Furia.
I guess this is
there's
why
still a
NRG pushed them.
No, there's no way we invest.
I
in
mean,
ults
this
now.
is good
It's
from
just too hard.
NRG.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
breach seas is still up. Tail missiles are probably coming back online.
We'll give it to NRG
Oh,
on
he's
this one.
gonna die.
But they've done this quite a little bit, right? They've probably done this 2 times now over towards B, where
Slowly
they've tapped the
approaching.
spike and then go
I just wanted
aggro.
to see it
Or in this
again.
one, they just went
Octagon,
aggro.
You might see
baby.
it.
Oh no, man. So devastating. Furia still have a good amount of money, so they still could
NRG
get
gets
3-9,
Furia
but they got to be
still
ready
have,
for that
4
push.
4 ults.
that they can play around.
Yes,
We've
sir.
said that a lot.
I will say the most teams
Oh, man,
won't
I mean,
do what
yeah,
NRG is doing though,
losing the
so I can't
1v1
even be too
against
angry.
Finesse.
They
Yeah,
probably
full
haven't
blind on that
played
one.
anyone in
Just
practice that does this kind of
Just
stuff.
spamming, but still just trying to go for these solo
Did they
hero
push?
plays
They kinda
when,
waited in the
the
smokes for
success
them
of the
to
last
push,
round was
but-
really just holding, using your ults to deny the plant. Khalil had a pretty good idea that Mata was sitting in one of the smokes. He was
We'll
holding his
stick with
gun
it.
out.
Ooh, okay, now they're
Prize
gonna
just walks
fake
into
this
the other
one?
and
Yeah, I like
gets
this.
taken out. Now NRG very spread attack default, a 3-2.
Take this,
3 on
rotate
top, 2 on
goes
the
in,
bottom.
big
Oh, I
1v1
love
here.
all the noise that NRG just made. Well done from Havoc to punish that, because there was a
Yeah,
lot
now
of
this
rotation
rotate can
headed
go
back towards
back.
B.
Yeah, that forces NRG to want to group up now. Info gathered on where Finesse is. A main denial. It's the name of the game right now for Furia. Are they going to get too antsy? Are they going to get too eager and give the trades? Looks like that's not the case here this time around, but they will be running into this double trip setup.
Yeah. And that could be trouble,
Now, let's see.
because Khalil is here as well with his ult.
He's pinging out
It's
the...
scary. Yeah, it's like a
thinking
horror
out the
game,
trips.
honestly, that
Yeah.
thing.
He pinged out
One of the trips were broken, and
big pressure over
Havoc,
towards
he
B.
gets caught.
Causes
trying to push
Furia to
through.
push A main with 1.
It's kind of been a bloodbath across the map right now. A lot of chaos ensuing. Breach ultimate was used. This should go the way of Furia,
The
Doug.
breach showed into the breacher with 1 guy in between them both.
Heat is on the prowl as well. Both kills
Very
found.
nicely
Fury
done.
gets it to
This time Furia using the off angles to their advantage. It was a cool, cheeky little setup
I mean,
from
they
the side
can
of
definitely
NRG,
get
showing
3.
a
They
lot of
still got
pressure
good
towards
odds.
that B side of the map, but the spacing on taking that 50-50 at Dish could be no trade found. Havoc getting that head-to-head against Mata.
And you got to think, if Havoc doesn't get that kill, all of the rotations
Oh,
were
yeah.
back B. Dish is free. They were all of the attack was headed back A, and we're having a different conversation.
100%.
Last round of the
3
half.
ults, 2 of them
Still,
huge.
the 3 ults for Furia.
Whoa.
Mata taking a little bit of that aggressive space.
Havoc does
And on
spot
the
the
other end
trip,
as
but he
well,
can't really do anything because he used double
Havoc
satchel
is
to get
taking
past
all
it.
that space. He's sitting right behind this
Mate.
trip. He has the showstopper online.
I was going to say,
If
you have a
Furia
razor.
can stuff this. Yeah, if Furia can stuff this, God, I mean, they're done.
If Furia can stuff this,
Yeah. I was
They
going to say
cannot.
that they could run into the showstopper, but
I mean, he's still gonna.
No,
never mind.
guys. Think about
Saving for
it.
the next half.
we might need to get a head-to-head stat of
Finesse and Havoc.
Finesse and Havoc, yeah.
Yeah, Prize is left in 1v4. NRG pushing the pace towards a 10-2 half.
Wow.
Oh, it's really
Just
rough for Furia,
dominant.
in every facet. Mechanical skills looking great.
Lovely
from
to
NRG,
see the work that
teamwork,
NRG put into this map,
the
though.
manipulation of rotation.
Like that's been nice.
This is the NRG everybody thinks about on paper.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, they look like a
Like
well-oiled machine. You're
the ult's
not
coming
wrong.
in.
And building confidence too. Like sometimes you just need that one win to get things going for you to make a run.
I think it was the circle dancing. That was the
I think
that
it
was the
yeah,
turning
yeah,
point
100%.
for NRG. That's when everything clicked for them. A 10-2 half and a break. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Furia, no, they can't win this, man. Dude, some of the stuff they're doing is like they lack a little bit of teamwork. They definitely, I don't know. Wait, when I feel like we used to talk about this in like old Liquid, like 2021 Liquid, 2020 Liquid. It's just like when you've had an ult for like 2 rounds and it's a buy v buy rounds, you have to call a strat, and we would always have like 2 set strats for a map that you can call, so that you can mix up a good amount. It just feels like I just see them holding on to ults the whole time, and like the setup's never good for the ult. It's just like we're taking first contact. If you're looking at just Raze ult, taking first contact on Dish, like where you have a Cypher, like it's the easiest thing ever to have camera contact spotting somewhere, and then you can just ult. So yeah, it just worries me because I just don't know what they do with their time, I guess, is what I'm saying. This is like basic stuff.
There's a massive expanse currently standing between Furia and winning this series, and that goes the way of 8 rounds. NRG just completely obliterated the defense of Furia on Fracture. Now we'll see if they can figure out some of their attack side woes and try to solve them on the fly. If you are just joining us, I'm Doug. With me on the call is Dre. Dre,
They only practice Lotus.
sell me a dream.
It's just the
Sell me a dream.
schedule.
You win the pistol
And you're just
round
waking
cleanly.
up, you're like, what map we playing today? Like Lotus
Don't
again,
think
man.
it's gonna happen.
We're just getting our Lotus good.
round,
Is
yeah.
that constant for 5
That's
weeks?
it, and then hope that he
Sure-
can
surely we
actually
should
get
practice one of these other
enabled on
maps.
these 4
No,
ones that
don't worry
is
about
so
it.
prominent on this map of Fracture.
We're gonna
He
win
really
Lotus.
has to be the one that's stepping it up and taking head-to-head duels against
is
whoever
crazy,
it
isn't
may
it?
be on this B side of the map.
Lotus
Well,
is hitting though,
you
I
are
will
a
say.
terrible salesman.
The Lotus does
And-
hit. But
Don't quit the
you gotta have, surely you have set ult rounds for
See the drone through, gonna tag
the
on the
Fracture.
prize. Havoc satcheling out.
Oh man.
We're gonna have a lot of this A space.
Yeah, let's see the retake of NRG.
Note Ethan still has his stun. Sam has 2 smokes. Mata has util. This is going to be a really explosive retake attempt for NRG. The
They
question
want
is,
double
do they
pistol on
wait,
Lotus, yeah, but they actually
or
had
do they try to
stuff.
flood out
They
ahead
had
of
stuff
time?
and
The
they had
delay for
reads.
Fury is keeping them at bay for now. Arm's length.
They also have to wait for these players at the bottom of A main to break that trip, apply some pressure.
Brock just got his missiles back up. There's the trip, heat on the swing, tries to settle, but
Dude,
cannot.
telling you, the crouches in pistol duels are
Numbers
so
the way of the
deadly.
defense. An advantage there. Prize waiting on the other side. The flash almost good enough, but Prize better.
Oh, nice.
Mata left in a 1v3.
Okay, chat. Who's believing?
Clear,
You got to call it a
Clean
10-3.
shots from Furia.
I know someone in chat's got to
Saw
be
clear,
believing.
game plan there as well. Havoc, he was trying to be the solo guy disrupting.
Bunny said it first.
So early on.
There's a lot of
He's
not
having
me's.
A rough map, to say the least, but
There's a few of
that
you, fair
pressure that he
play.
applied alone, getting all that space for his team, allowed for the post-plant setup of the rest of his teammates like Prize to be able to clean it up.
Dude, this play is so crazy because if the flash is closer to the corner,
You know what the thing is though? People are so good now at dodging that flash anyway. It's just,
Yeah.
it's just so fake. Breach utility is so fake. I mean, when it hits it, trust me, it looks great.
Yeah.
But when you're playing against somebody that has like just high mechanical skill, I mean, I've seen even Mata just turn flashes like it's
Turn 'em,
nothing.
yeah.
Yeah. Here's that walk approach. It's gonna be Havoc being the lone warrior here, and he got
Damn, he got absolutely wrecked. Well,
What a clean trap setup, Doug.
Yeah, you think
They,
you're gonna satchel out of salvos and a
Nope.
stun?
they sending him to scout, but they
Bulldog
did
now
it
in
with
the
a
hands of
gun,
Mata.
which worries me a little
He's
bit.
been on fire so
So
far.
they
He's
picked
been
up a
hot,
gun, and oh
Furia,
boy,
they
they
wanna
go
even
for the
the score.
NRG. They plant close and they want to fight
but Can't
close.
help but feel like NRG are reading into this. It's seeming a little bit obvious that there's some players at the other end of this smoke. Right now for NRG, you have amassed such a lead that it doesn't really matter if you drop this round. I mean,
Although he
do as
might
much
give him
damage
another
as you
gun
want,
while he's solo
but you
playing
can really
this.
take your time and try to get out as many weapons as possible.
It seems like they're trying to do the smoke on the other side. They
Yeah.
flood out. Khalil mows them down.
It's rewarded, so I
Ethan
guess it was the
also
right
joins
thing,
in. A couple
but
kills traded. It's
not.
just Prize. Time is short, though. Yeah, Mata can't do a whole lot here. Time was short, and then there's the trump card of Salvos in a post plant.
okay. I mean,
Yeah,
costly
but, you
though.
know, for NRG, like, just playing the long haul, right?
Well, for Fury, they're
lost 4
so
weapons.
broke.
They just
lost
gotta
4
they just
weapons.
gotta buy this.
And you have to buy into this round, by the way, if you want to make this comeback.
What's this? Yeah, for sure.
This is a decision that has to be made for the side of Fury. You can't not commit to a full buy here, and you have to convert this round. And something that's very interesting is Prize holding on to this Stinger. You might as well full commit. Everybody
what a
else is gonna be
big buy
broke on
from
your
Soul
team.
Man. He gets the Outlaw out. Wait, he got rid of it.
You have 3.8K
No
in your
way, he
name. I mean,
hesitated.
this is a heavy investment, is it not?
He had the Outlaw.
So
He's
this
about to
half
one-shot
out,
5
half in
people.
approach is
Yep.
kind of been the story this last 2 maps for Furia.
He bailed on it.
Yeah. That is a fair question.
Drone is down.
By the way, so cool from the side of NRG is having a cam towards that B side of the map, but the trip's actually on A. So Furia right now are thinking that there's a Cypher that's anchoring B site. And maybe that's why they're all leaning towards there. They understand that against Cloud9, Finesse was heavily abused on whatever site he was playing.
Might be in for a rude awakening here. 3
Oh,
members
yeah.
of the defense are close by.
Oh, yeah. And heavy hitters, too, Doug.
Sam dancing around the boxes, gonna connect onto the first, tries to get away and does. No follow-up, no trades as Mata gets another.
Lovely
Stuff.
little
I mean,
setup.
I think it's Finesse playing either in
Yeah.
heaven or off-site because of that early cam. I mean,
Very,
very,
very
well
nice.
thought out defensive round from the side of NRG. Just rent-free in the heads of Furia. What an outplay.
You take a look at it one more time. You mentioned the heavy hitters were the ones on the site, and well, you were
Jeez.
right.
That follow-up utility as well, those Tejo missiles. There's a lot of protocols that we just saw from the side of NRG on that hit. Furia, this contact approach is not
Will
going
that
to
be
be
up
what
for
takes you
Pacific
over the
tomorrow?
edge. It's
Yeah,
not
we'll
gonna
get a
be what
little
makes you
sleep
have
in and
this
then we'll
comeback.
watch.
You need to
Wait,
show
what are the
solid
chat? What are the
site
Pacific
executes
games
with
tomorrow?
utility. You need to threaten the fact that you can't play in these weird corners and these weird off angles. Instead, you're met with a showstopper to the face.
Zeta Secret
Yeah, I mean,
T1
Havoc
Longshim.
had no real way. I mean, he's attempting to roll out quickly, but you've got the stun, you've got the missiles, you've got the rocket.
Secret
The
beat
instant reclear
Zeta,
on the
right?
dish as well.
I think. I
have to
no,
say,
I went
Mata
for
is
it,
so
but I'm
good
not
at
like
holding
super
tight angle.
confident.
Brother, he's 23-8. I don't think you can find anything he's not good at. I mean, what do you... Well, all right.
That's a
That
win.
was
They
fun.
looked a
He's
lot
human.
better
I'll own that.
from
Unreal.
kickoff.
2 left on the side of Furia. Heat and Rafa doing their damnedest to pull a miracle out of a really bad situation. And it all falls onto the breach. Position now given away. A little bit of util baiting out the swing, and
Okay,
that's
very, very
exactly what
nice.
happens. NRG gets to 12.
8 chances.
and Furia left with more questions than answers.
Dude, if NRG had picked a different map,
As
I feel like
NRG gets
the
to wrapping
overall
this
thought
one
of
up,
them
it
would be a
seems
lot
like
higher, right? Imagine a
can't help but feel
12-3
like that
into
dream of
a 4.
being able to play
13
at that home
Sorry,
crowd advantage is one step
2 to
closer.
13 even.
Momentum
into a
has been
4-13.
looking
We're
good.
fluid. We're fluid at A.
Yeah, definitely fluid. Being able to see improvements from a week-to-week basis
No,
is something that's very important.
That's
for a
very
team's
true. What
confidence.
he's saying, it's like
It's
a really good
important
sign
for
that they can.
NRG to be able to make a run.
They probably spend like a day, maybe 2 days on this fracture, and it looks
Especially
a
with the
lot
teams that they're gonna
better.
have to play against
You can just
G2
see like
next
just
week.
strat
You wanna
based,
be
strat
as
based, and
clean
even
as
just how they're
possible
playing on
in your form
defense.
going
Like
into that series.
everyone has like a good setup where they can play off
Mata,
each
We
other.
mentioned it a couple of times. Still in a position to make a play as he's going to be rotating towards the
Dude,
southern side
Mata
of the
on
map,
this. This
gets
was
the slow out
happening,
on
pushed the
Rafa.
whole way, all the way
Try
through.
turning the pace
Is
up. Furia
Brook
did.
ready for this?
Just wasn't enough. At least not yet. There's a fighting chance of this.
Kinda.
A great kill out from Prize.
Kind of
This
is
nade
on top of it, but
could destroy Khalil, but oh.
Mata showing some sleight of hand.
God, he really is
Staying
lunatic
alive.
sometimes,
He's
isn't he?
not able to punish onto this.
8
Look at
HP,
how
14
far on the
HP,
remaining
21
members of
HP.
Furia.
It's very doable right now for NRG.
That's one. And the other two are not much better off. They're
Made it look easy.
Mata gets 3
Made
to
it look
close
easy.
out.
26-9
NRG
for Mata.
Stomp Fury on the last 2
Look at
maps
it. I
to
mean,
take
they
the
really
series
stomped him
2-1.
on these maps.
Bro, Lotus feels like in a
Okay,
tournament.
must-win game for
Yes.
NRG,
Yeah, what a
and a
completely
lot
different
of
team
good
that
to
we
take away
saw
from this.
out of NRG, but also Furia, who, when they were